Welcome race fans to Series 2 of the King of the Modified series. Tonight we have round 1 from the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway.
Race fans, it is time for those most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
The starting lineup for round 1 has car 4 of Ashley Dodgson on pole with a 17.371, closely followed by Series 1 champion Sean Dakey. Third will be Brett Fisher, Todd Emery out of 4, who is starting from pit lane for an unknown reason this time out, Craig Gore out of 5, and Ryan Wheeler bringing up the field. The starter's hands, and away we go. Dodgson spins the tyres. Dakey around the outside of turn 1. Looks like he's going to hold it and maintains the lead. Edwin finally gets the 62 beast underway. Hopefully there's no mechanical issues for him and he can have a solid race. Total Tools entry, Brett Fisher and Dodgson taking a way high line into turn 1. Looks like he's trying to find that grip early. Hunting out Dakey, got the jumping at the start. Right in on board, number 4 of Dodgson as they exit turn 2, gets a great drive, shoots up the inside of Dakey into turn 3, going through 3 and 4 side by side. Will these guys come out the other side? Yes, but Dodgson in the lead, taking it back. Running end of lap number 9, and Dodgson seems to have it nice and steady and in control at the moment. Oh, and a big wall rub by Dodgson. Put the mocker on him. Dakey up the inside. Fisher goes high into turn 1, unable to capitalise on Dodgson's mistake. The Dakey looking at the back of the number 1 Kit Kat machine. Dodgson again, great drive out of turn 2. Sticks and those up the inside into 3. Dakey leaves room, side by side out of 4 and across the stripe. Nothing between the two. Again, side by side still through 1 and 2, but Dodgson in the front now. Should have it cleared, but no, Dakey comes back at him. This is not over yet, folks. Exiting 4 and yellow on the track. Checking the replay, it looks like Wheeler coming through 1 and 2. Just drops by the yellow line and around the back end goes. Alright folks, pace cars pulling off, ready for a restart here. Dodgson, Dakey in the front row, Fisher, Emery and Yor. Green flag and Dodson gets a great start. No repeat of that earlier start where Dakey got the jump on him. Dakey settles in the second, Fisher in third. Emery and Yor ran at the field, still running at this point in time at lap 23 as we cross the stripe. Alright, so we're starting to get to the critical lap number here where teams will be starting to think about fuel numbers. And Dodson loses it out of 2. And no, I think there's an issue there. He seems to have been out of fuel. He's obviously brought himself right to the edge here, and he's come in hot. That's way too hot. Yes, he's been pinged, folks. That's a 15-second hold for Dodson. That changes the complexion of the race massively. Pit stop cycles continue to play out with Fisher now taking over the lead. Hounding Emery here to try and put him a lap down as Dakey emerges from pit lane to join in this battle. This is going to make things interesting when it all settles out. Fisher goes high, searching for a way around Emery, but no dice at this stage. Oh, Fisher looks for a gap in turn 1, nothing going there. Oh, and again another wheel below the line, and big wreck out of 2. Big wreck. Going on board here with Yor. Sees the wheel just dip below and no chance. Absolutely no chance to react there. Collects Dakey on the way through. Here we go to Dakey's on board on the hood, and wow, that's a violent one. That's a big wreck. Let's hope all those guys can get their cars back on track. Coming for a restart here, and we've got Emery from the front managing to luck out with that safety car, pitting during the caution to fuel up and gaining a lap on the field. Dakey in second, Dodson in third, Fisher in fourth. Whoa, and a moment from Emery coming out of 2, he's gassed it up, under pressure from Fisher. Fisher goes high, allowing Dodson underneath through 4. The drag race down the front straight, looks like Dodson's going to get the place. Fisher goes high into 1, oh, and cuts down on the Dakey through 2. Big contact there, but both drivers seem to be pointing in the right direction and keep on going. Emery still holds the lead of almost a lap over Dakey with 45 laps still remaining on the counter. Can he make this last and claim a magical win? Will Dakey be able to hunt him down? Under 10 laps to go, and Dodson looks like he's got car trouble. Really seems off the pace coming through 1 and 2. Could there be a problem with the number 4 car? Jumping on board, and definitely lifting and coasting here. Could he actually be out of fuel? He got a speeding penalty on entering pit lane. Could he have not set his fuel numbers correctly and short fueled?
What's wrong, Ash? Fuel saving strategy.
Well, that confirms that, folks. He's short fueled himself and just idling it around now to get himself home. Got no concerns about being passed for 3rd position by Fisher because there's too many laps between them, but even still, a tough way to see out the finish. Emery comes through turn 4 to take the white flag, 1 to go. Managed to hold off the charge from Dakey, who's from a lap down, closed the gap down to about 5 seconds, but Emery kept a cool head Coming through turn 4 for the final time. Checkered flag. Todd Emery, winner of round 1. Great drive. So as we saw, Emery with a great drive manages to win round 1 at Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. Dakey from a lap down gets home 5 seconds adrift. Dodgson, fuel saving all the way, manages to hang on to the podium position. Fisher comes home in 4th, You're in 5th, and after an early tank slapper, Wheeler rounds out the field in position 6. Dodgson will also go on to claim a couple bonus points for leading the most laps as well as claiming the fastest lap. So combining those bonus points as well as qualifying, Dodgson takes the lead for the series after round 1 ahead of Dakey, Emery, Fisher, You're and Wheeler. That concludes the highlights package for round 1 from Nashville Fairgrounds. We look forward to seeing you next week for round 2 at Leonard National Speedway.